welcome back to the channel. We are about to get into Zatima, as you saw in the thumbnail. I'm a little behind, forgive me. Listen, I had my alarm set on my calendar for the first episode to be on the 29th, which is this Thursday. But for some reason, when I went to my my TV to see if it's on DVR, it wasn't there. So I was like, what the heck? To then realize it's only on BET Plus. So when I went on BET Plus, I saw episode 1 and 2 is there already. So I say all that to say, today is Tuesday. I'm going to upload this and we're going to have, number 1. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Number 2 will be up, and then Thursday will be on schedule, and we'll do the live tweet time I was doing with sisters and all of that. So I had to explain all of that because I felt like I was so excited for this fucking show. Like, oh my God, you don't know how excited I was to then be behind. Like, But anyways, welcome, love bugs, to the first episode of Zatima. We're going to get right into it. It was such a juicy episode. I can't wait, child. It was so juicy. It's called A New Chapter, episode 1, season 1. Child, listen, this is definitely a good show, and they definitely are going to come back, right, for a whole nother season. I'm sure halfway in the season they're going to announce it. But anyway, so it started off where Zach and Fatima were finally moving out, right? I mean, Vatima was actually moving out of her apartment, right? And, they're finally moving in. It's like doing the big move, right? And Zach then asked, like, are you going to move out of your apartment? And she's like, no, I'm going to use it as more income and I'm going to rent it out. Which, listen, I think that is very smart because, 1, if it doesn't work out, you have somewhere to go. And 2, you have extra income coming in, like from, you can play around, shop, emergency money, whatever it is. And no shade, but I'm sure that, with the whole Nia Long thing going on, I'm sure, in real life, that's something that is a very smart move. So I'm glad that they put that in there, because as women, if we do have another house or another apartment, I think it's great for at least the first year or so to keep your property. If not, if it's a house, keep it for permanent so that you can kind of always have something to bounce back on. So I thought that was great. Then, the next scene, they go ahead and they're introducing Fatima's friends. She's out at like a bar, and they're talking to the friends, which is crazy because I guess the girls were saying like how much of a bad friend that she was, and I can definitely see that because looking at sisters, I forget that she was always with Andy and her friends, or like with Andy. So you forget like this whole time that she was, being created, her character was being created on sisters, that she didn't have anybody else but Andy's friends. So I really thought, like, in this, and mind you, this is only first episode, I really thought that Tyler Perry was going to be able to cast the people in sisters and bring them over there. But I kind of think that it's kind of cool that he didn't, so that you can have new actresses that we don't know to get an opportunity for them to then get their foot in the door and move on to another situation, movie, whatever. So I think that was really smart. So it's great to be able to see, her real A1s, Fatima's real A1s. Then the next scene, it was showing Zach playing basketball with all his friends, which were not cast from sisters either, as well. So far, I'm loving the fact that there's like a whole new cast, and it's all creative, of course, around Fatima and Zach. Then Fatima comes home and she's talking to Zach, saying like that she should invite her friends over, and he should do the same, vice versa. And child, then she's like, oh, we need to do that thing that you promised, right? Listen, child, I was not ready. I was not ready for the next episode. I mean, the next scene. Child, listen. That's all I gotta say, child, okay? The next scene, child, was, girl, Zach downtown, like downtown, tearing that thing up, child, okay? Now listen, the only thing I have to say is it was a really spicy, or really saucy, spicy scene. But then I also have to say is that his real wife must really, really, really trust him, because even though, like, if you watch the scene, you can kind of tell, like, he was holding her panties up and he was just kind of like this, and you could tell like he really wasn't doing it, but it looked believable. And the fact that I'm sure I don't know if she had real panties on in the actual scene when they were doing it or not, I don't know. But child, that's just a lot of trust. And I get it. Like, these people are actresses and actors, and certain scenes you might have to be naked, or you might, I don't know, be kissing and all that. But it's just like, to be in real life and have to see your husband or your wife kind of like, completely naked, and that's supposed to be something sacred between the two. I'm just saying, like, that's a lot of trust. A lot of trust. So, my God, like, that scene, well, I'm telling you, that scene, child, that scene was, whew. And then, like, so far, just watching the episode, I think that their relationship is so cute so far. Like, I really, really like how they're digging into the characters. I really like the where Tyler Perry is showing trust. I enjoy them showing a black man loving a black woman. I just love, like, the dynamic and the growth and things that they're showing in their relationship. It's really good to see that on TV, because everybody doesn't have that in real life, or an example of that in real life that is tangible, I guess. So it's really good to see it on TV or whatever. And then, child, so then after that, then she tells Zach that she's going to go talk to his baby mama at the club, because she's a stripper. And she's going to demand a DNA test. And then, Zach's like, okay, how you going to be able to do that? If you're going to do it, okay, sure, go ahead. And then the next scene, it's like the next morning, he's outside, I guess, wiping his car down. And then she comes and she's like, oh, well, Zach, where's my car? Child, this Negro, okay, done bought her a whole new brand new car. I hear you, boss man, buying your girl a car. I see you up in these streets. Okay. How to spoil your woman for 1.0 not 411. What the hell? The 411, how to what am I trying to say, child? It's like the lessons on how to spoil and treat your black woman right. Bam, there you go. That's what it's giving, child. That's what it's giving, okay? Then, Fatima leaving her car, vroom, vroom, it's a convertible, and she is all black and cute and everything. And then, one of his dudes that was playing basketball, his name's Bryce, he comes over and he tells him that he got a little tip that the FCC is coming to talk to him about his little case situation, whatever, right? And he like, just go as planned, like how we planned, how he talked about the questions, and we, coached you through it. Like, just go ahead and do that, and you're gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they, that's that. And then they kind of walk off. He tells him briefly, like, oh, Fatima's having her friends over. Can you come over? And he was like, ooh, I'm going to dinner with my girl. I don't know if I could do it. Right? So then the next thing, child, listen. When I tell you Fatima is a gangster, child, she gangster for real. So she walks into the strip club, right? And, she walks in the back of the strip club where the girls is like getting dressed and, smelling good and do all that other stuff, right? And then one of the little ghetto girls like, we don't need no new people over here. It ain't amateur night. I'm giving that because that's what she was giving, honey. We don't need no girl. Just being real ratchet and ghetto, right? With her, I think her hair was blue. I don't know. I mean, I'm not judging people with blue hair. I'm just saying, like, it was like real emphasis on how ghetto she was, right? So then she's like, I'm not here for that. I'm looking for her, right? So then the baby mama over there counting her little money or whatever. It looked like all singles and it wasn't a lot of money, but I'm not, no shade to her, but whatever, right? So she counting her money and she like, I'm requesting that you come over and do a DNA test. So the baby mama like, talking to her little, ghetto stripper friends. I'm not doing that unless I get me my child support check first. After that, then I'll give you your DNA. And then the bad girl's like, that's right, girl. It was oozing ghetto, okay? So then, girl, this is why I say Fatima is a gangster. So they was standing up already. She grabs the back of this girl's head and smashes her in the fucking wall, girl. So I was like, oh, and she was like, oh, you ghetto. Yeah, you have no idea. Don't fuck with me. She said, you better be in my house at 6 o'clock tomorrow with that DNA for that DNA test. And if you not, you don't want to know what's going to come next. Child, listen, I was scared for her. She better be scared for herself. She better be there tomorrow at 6 o'clock is all I'm saying. Like, if she not there at 6 o'clock, I don't know. Fatima might have her homegirls go jump her or something. I don't know. But shit, Fatima really don't need nobody else to do her work, as we saw in Sisters. But I don't know. She better be there. She better be there or be square, honey. For real. So then the next scene is Fatima, trying to get her dinner, the place ready for her dinner party. And she's talking to Zach about how, or Zach was saying how he's really regrets the fact that he did the whole stock thingy, because everything's kind of, he is kind of like catching up with him. Right? And she's like, no, let's not talk about that now because my friends are coming over, your friends are coming over. We should just, not talk about that. So then somebody knocking at the door, child, is her friend Angela, the one that was talking earlier about coming over, right? Whatever, right? So she's coming over, and guess who's with her? Bryce, which is Zach's friend. Child, listen, if it's a small world, I'm telling you. So her friend is dating Zach's friend, so they all friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's all be friends. So they talking or whatever and trying to get to know each other, and they're kind of like both girls, Fatima and Angela, kind of, sizing the dudes up or whatever for each other, and then vice versa, right? So then, girl, they sitting there, they drinking their wine, and they waiting for the other girl, her other friend, to come, right? And she's like, oh, where's such and such? I forget what her name is, the other girl. And she said, you know how she always late, child. She don't never come on time, right? So then the knock on the door comes, right? And then Fatima's like, oh, Zach, go get it for me, babe, He goes and opens the door and slams it directly in her face. And was like, oh, shit, right? Then he opens it again and she walks in and Fatima's like, do y'all know each other? And he was like, yeah. And she was like, we fucked. And then the scene ended. I was like, how you gonna end it like that, Tyler? But my God, listen. At this point, right? At this point, he done got a baby mama. He was dealing with Karen. He has so many other women that I guess have been popping up that he like screwed. Listen, at this point in season 1, episode 1, Fatima, you need to request a body count along with the names, okay? Because I feel like he done screwed the whole Atlanta at this point. You need to know what you're working with, because I be damn, like, you fucked my friend before you met me. I don't know if I want to even fuck with you after that. How many times did y'all fuck? Was it like a one night stand? Was it like y'all was in a relationship? Like, I need to know. Questions. I don't know. But just knowing Fatima, I just hope in the next episode, which we'll discuss and it'll be posted tomorrow, like I said before, I hope that she don't beat her ass. Like, I guess for not letting her know. Because, Fatima like that. I just hope that she don't beat her ass. Yeah, I don't really know. But anyways, so far so good. It's very juicy. How he's layering everything is like, it's really good. So episode 1 down. Episode 2, I watched it. It'll be posted tomorrow. And then episode 3 will be on Thursday with the live tweets like that I usually used on the end of the last season of Sisters. And then October is Saturday, child. So Sisters coming back real soon too. So Zatima on Thursdays is what the new schedule is going to be, I think, moving forward. So Zatima's on Thursdays, and then October Sisters on Wednesday. So, you know, we're going to do these show recaps, reviews, and get this thing in. So, like I said, I got to catch up today, tomorrow, Thursday, and then after this week, we'll be right on schedule with every Thursday Zatima show. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Love you guys. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for episode 2 of Zatima.